Hello everyone, my name is Chitrakant and today we are going to talk about embarrassing imperfection, which is accepting the mistake and flaws which are natural in life. I mean, when we see ourselves and when we, go through the life journey we are having from the day one, it's a very natural process where you will see that the mistakes and flaws are a part of life. So I'm introducing myself again. I am Chitrakant Acharya, BTech in honors in electronics and communication, MBA in marketing and HR, having work experience of more than 12 years in digital marketing, and having my own company since last 5 years. I'm running my own IT company, but a very few know about the Chitrakant of past, with having just 44% in 10th class, cleared his 12th two times in two attempts, got 5 backs out of 6 subjects in first semester of my engineering, and even after that I got the degree in honors. Because it was very scary and crucial at some points in your life as well, when you see that there is no path, there is nothing beyond this point, and when you find even yourself and people around you, your surroundings, even your family members in a different league where they can say and they can commit that from this point of view, from this point onwards, you can't do anything. And challenging that thing is first starts with accepting the mistake. Accepting the mistake you did. Accepting the mistakes you are going to do. There is nothing like perfect. In this world, there is nothing like ideal. Because every time when you go for and when you look for something which is ideal, which is without any mistake, you will never found anything, because everything looks picture perfect only on the paper, only on the pictures, only on the social media part, not in the real life. Now I understand that it's difficult, especially for us, because we are schooled to be ideal. There is a day-to-day routine, a fixed routine which we taught by our parents, which we taught about from our school, from our college, teachers, parents, and everyone around us. So when we are so schooled to be an ideal path, follow an ideal life, follow an ideal journey within ourselves, how difficult it is to first allow us to do the mistakes, because we are not supposed to do one. We don't take risk. We don't step out of our comfort zone, because we are not ready to accept the failure. We are not ready to accept the mistake, the possibility of failures. We are trained so positive that we don't even think to do something beyond the box. We know that we can't do that, but still we give a try, because we are taught in such a way that even if you can't do that, just go for it. Every student who picked mathematics in his 12th is by path or by any way forced to do and go for the IIT exam. Even if they know that they can't crack that, their parents are like, even if you can't think, you are not going to do that. Just think about it. Just go for it. And that just go for it derive an expectation from you. Derive an expectation from yourself to the society. And at that point, at that moment, you start going to a different league, a different path, where you are just pushing yourself to do something which you are not meant for, which you are not born for. The prime reason for this, and we can easily see this in our day-to-day life, and you can see it in the news as well, that nowadays people are so adamant to get the government job. Even for a post of 10 people, almost 1 million people applied. They know that there are only 10 seats vacant, but 10 million people are applying to that job just because they think that, okay, fine, if it is a government job, it's fine, it's good to go for it. It's good because society thinks that the government jobs are superior than private jobs, that the government jobs are something, even if you are earning 10% of what you can earn in a private sector, that job is better than anything else. People are not interested in job basically. They are just behind government job because they after it, they treated be different into the society. They think that if they earn that, if they achieve that job, they will be differently treated in the society. As per our society, government jobs are so much into the mind that even it can be a very important element when you are even trying to find your spouse, trying to find a life partner for yourself. That thing can decide with whom you can live your entire life. And if you don't have that, you might be going to settle for something less which you are not looking forward, right? So genuinely, it all starts with understanding the flaws first, because this society is not going to change, the things are not going to change. You need to understand that, okay, fine, I don't have this with me, I don't have this thing in me, and this is fine. This is fine. This is very natural. This is very evenly positive. You can go for it with your flaws. But once you need to understand that where you are falling and what you can't achieve, when you accept that I can't achieve this, that is the point from where you can start thinking what I can achieve. And that point you will learn, and you will learn from your mistakes, and you will develop your skills into a direction from where you can go to a positive part of the life, rather than thinking, if I just talk about myself, I was having just 44% in my 10th class, and after that I was running behind the schools because I wanted mathematics in 11th. But after 44%, no school or even any principal is going to have a faith on me that this person will clear the 12th. At that moment, I recognized, I figured out that no, this is not the end. If the government, if the educational system, if the Indian educational system decides that the person get passed at 33% or 35% of marks, then 44 is more than what the passing percentage is. And if I pass that exam, I can do anything. I can be anything because I cleared that. Now my next goal is to get into the right stream where I want to pursue my career, where I want to grow myself, and I picked mathematics at that point. After 12th, when I joined my college, my college dean, he clearly told me that, okay, fine, you don't have a good percentage in your 10th, so how you are going to sit for any company? There is a minimum criteria, there is a minimum percentage criteria for every good company in this world. And in India, it is 65 to 70% minimum. Before that, if you don't have that percentage, you are not going to sit into any interviews, or you are not even eligible to go for an written examination for any company who is coming for the campus placement. At that moment, I decided, okay, fine, this is what done. Now what? Now how I can develop my skills in such a way and figured out my strength so that I can go into a path where I can enjoy my journey rather than focusing on small time goals, or rather than focusing on the path. The most important part of the goal is the journey, because when you focus on the journey, you don't go for or run behind the goal only. Because life, what is life? Life is a journey. We all know that one day we all are going to die, and that is the ultimate goal of life. And just to sum up this point, we are not running behind death, we are just enjoying the path of life. And this is how you can develop a positive mindset toward things that, okay, fine, if this thing is not working and if this thing is not in my favor, let's try to figure out all those things which can be into my favor with my own efforts, rather than depending on others, comparing it with others, blaming others. How I can make things vital, visible, and workable for me. Most disturbing part is, whenever we start our journey, it's our family member first who keep you into that box that, okay, fine, this is the ideal situation and this is the ideal condition. So unfortunately, it all starts with the family, where you start learning everything and each part of your life. It's a very common household thing. every one of us might have heard this from our parents, that if you don't pass this exam with good marks, you are going to get behind from your cousins, from your best friends, from your surrounding children's. And that's the reason from where the fear of failure arises. That fear of failure arises in your mind at the very early stage of life. And at this moment, even if I say that, even if anyone say that, let's not get fear about that failure thing, it's really difficult to having that into our mind. It's very difficult to understand that and accept that failure which we are running behind since last 20 years, 30 years, or maybe X number of years. So it's hard for our loved one to accept that we are not ideal for the society. Every time, whenever you are going to work on your flaws, whenever you are focusing on your mistakes, your loved one who loves you a lot, they will always try to praise you up. They will always try to say that this is not something which you are. They will always give you some positiveness toward the goal you are attaining, you are trying to achieve. But every time that good positive attitude is not right for you. Why? Because if you are running for something which is not into your hands, which is not into your capabilities, you will always get failure. You will always get failure. You also know that if I don't have that guts, if I don't have that knowledge in me, and if I go for it, if I run behind it, there are very less percentage of chances to succeed in that way. Whenever you feel low, whenever I personally feel low, I start learning things, I start reading things, I start watching something, enhance my knowledge, and it can be anything. It can be a cooking task. Cooking involves a lot of science, a lot of mathematics, a lot of management, biology, civics, management, everything. Cooking is a subject which involves almost 10 to 15 subjects in it. And how easy to get yourself into it. You will always find something. Cooking is for me, it can be anything for you. To get over of all those flaws and mistakes, when you feel low, when you feel you can't do anything around you, you can't go for something, and you are not ready or mean to do something which you want to do. You can learn from nature. Just like rabbit is never trying to fly, zebra is not forced or trying to be white completely or black completely, right? They are not doing this to improve themselves. They are just finding their strength. That's why zebra is a different league, rabbit is at a different league. They have their own characteristics, and they figured out that by themselves. If animals can, we humans can easily do that. It's just a matter of thought. It's just a matter of thinking, and it's just a matter of finding what you are meant for, why you are in this society, why you are in this human body, basically. And even just before me, sir explained that life is very important. And after very much struggle, we get this life. And to end this life, it takes just a moment. After so much struggle, if you get this life, why to end this with a lot of overthinking, with a lot of flaws which you highlight yourself? So it's not about you are highlighting things. Sometimes it's your surrounding. Suppose if you go to LinkedIn, where you have an account, you will see everything and every career, a very picture perfect scene. Everyone you will see having a very good job, maybe settle down outside India with a very good package. You will find a very picture perfect family on Instagrams. You will find a very picture perfect families on Facebook. But are they really picture perfect? No. Everything is ideal on social media. And that's the point from where you start overthinking. And this overthinking is the reason behind each and every death which is causing in India right now. You can see every day there are people who are dying due to heart attack, who are dying due to brain hemorrhage, who are dying due to all those lifestyle diseases which are not much expected at that early stage. People are dying at the age of 15, 16 and 20 with a heart attack. Why? Because they are overthinking. Overthinking is the seed of any disease. It can be the seed of any disease. When you start overthinking, you cannot come out of it. It is very difficult to come out of it. You will think that I will not going to overthink about it, but every time when you are alone, when you are going to sleep, when you are going to eat, when you are going to have yourself alone, you are going to overthink about the things. But how? The question is how you can come over it. The only thing which will overcome and clear all the overthinkings from your mind is satisfaction. Satisfaction with what you have, first. Second, satisfaction with what you can achieve, because you already know what you can achieve. Everyone knows that this is my caliber and this is how much I can easily achieve. And once you achieve that, I'm not saying do not go beyond that caliber. Once achieve that something, and after that go beyond it. Once you reach to a level, once you first clear the goals, the initial milestones, so that you reach to a level, and then you need to start thinking about the next goal. If you think that over a period of time and overnight you become an entrepreneur, you become a master of your things, or if you can achieve everything overnight, it's not possible. It will always take time. It takes time. With time, you will get to know your inner strength. With time, you will get to know now what you need to do next. And with the time, you need to always keep yourself on the satisfactory part of what you have achieved. Because when you know that this is the point of satisfaction, you will not start running beyond that point. You will find the satisfaction inside you, and that is the key to success. And when you find this satisfaction in yourself, you will embrace all the imperfections you are having. Thank you.